What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Got some major breaking news here on a couple different fronts. First, President Donald Trump gives us official details on a new tariff rebate check of $2,000 per person, a stimulus check. I will give you guys the details on that here in this video. Also, a major Supreme Court ruling, which is going to basically take money back from people. I'll give you guys the detail on this. It affects tens of millions of Americans here amidst the government shutdown. We'll go over all this details here and more in this video. Some very, very serious details on a couple different fronts. So let's jump right in. We are live right now here on the YouTube It's Jimmy Show. Let me know if you can see and hear me. Type yes in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. You can let me know your city, state, or even your country, as we have people tuning in here from all around the globe. Don't forget to hit that like button for me here. And if you haven't yet, subscribe down below and click the bell icon so you get notifications when we go live. I will keep you up to date here on a daily basis with everything you need to know about here. Take a look here. Okay, first up, the Supreme Court has sent in a major ruling here that is going to pause food stamp and SNAP payments for now here for over 40 million Americans. That's right here. This is some big news here, as a federal court had said that they have to send out the full benefits for all Americans on the SNAP food stamp programs, over 40 million Americans, seniors, children, and over 1 million veterans. However, the Supreme Court has now just undone that with a new ruling. Yeah, Supreme Court Justice Jackson temporarily paused a lower court order that required the Trump administration to cover the full food stamp benefits for tens of millions of Americans in November, siding with the administration, the Trump administration, on a short-term basis in a legal fight that has quickly become a defining confrontation of the government shutdown. The upshot is the USDA will not have to immediately honor a lower court order that required it to transfer $4 billion to the key food assistance program by the end of the day, which has now passed. The decision, while temporary, could put at risk the full benefits for millions of people who rely on the SNAP program or food stamp programs to feed themselves and their family, and many of which have not gotten any payments or have gotten partial payments. The order does not resolve the underlying legal questions raised by the case, and the Trump administration has already committed to using the program's contingency funds to partially pay programs. Rather, the Supreme Court decision, administrative stay, freezes any additional action by the administration to give an appeals court additional time to review the case, which could take days or who knows how long until the appeals court, which the Trump administration is the one actually appealing the case to pay the full benefits. Who knows how long this could take. Also, the Trump administration is now telling states that they must immediately undo any actions to actually provide full food stamp benefits to low-income families. Wow. So just let that sink in there for a second. In a move that has added chaos and uncertainty surrounding the nation's largest anti-hunger program during the government shutdown. Wow. You ever heard the phrase, they got money for war but can't feed the poor? There it is. Yeah. And I mean, don't forget here that that the Trump administration just bailed out Argentina for $40 billion, but yet they won't feed the poor here in the United States for a tune of 1/10, 10% of that. Yeah, you guys can let me know your thoughts here in the comments section. Now, President Donald Trump did just come out this morning with some major details here. You can see here, Trump says a tariff dividend of at least $2,000 will be paid to most Americans. I'll let you see exactly what he said here. This coming from the money coming from tariffs that is coming into the United States will be used to pay for these $2,000 tariff rebate checks or tariff stimulus checks, whatever you want to call them here. He said this on Truth Social. People that are against tariffs are fools. We are now the richest, most respected country in the world with almost no inflation and a record stock market price. 401ks are the highest ever. We are taking in trillions of dollars and will soon begin paying down our enormous debt, $37 trillion, which is it is enormous. Record investment in the U.S., plants and factories going up all over the place. A dividend of at least $2,000 per person, not including high-income people, will be paid to everyone. Yeah, so he says a dividend of at least $2,000 per person, not including high-income people, will be paid to everyone. This is coming from directly from President Donald Trump himself on Truth Social. Yes, so now this money would come from the tariff rebate checks or tariff rebate money, which is currently coming in at tens of billions of dollars per month. Also, this is very important for those on Medicare or for those who have loved ones that want to be, pay attention. The annual open enrollment period goes from October 15th only until December 7th. If you have Medicare, this is the time to choose your new 2026 plan that works best for you. There has been a lot of Medicare changes recently, and most Medicare plans change, and many just go away entirely. Luckily, my trusted partner, Chapter Medicare, makes comparing every Medicare and Medicare Advantage option easy. They're honest, unbiased, and can review your plan and get you the best one in under 20 minutes. If you're on the right plan for your needs, they'll tell you, and if you're not, they'll help you switch. And by doing this, they've saved people on average around $1,100, which is amazing. They've helped hundreds of people from my community find better plans, and they can help you too. So call this phone number on the screen, 833-700-1320, or click the pinned comment down below in the comment section to connect with Chapter and find the plan that's best for you. Now, the Supreme Court is also reviewing the case on the tariffs, on whether the tariffs are actually even legal or not. Now, remember here that there's actually 6 Republicans and 3 Democrats on the Supreme Court. Trump himself appointed 3 Supreme Court justices, and we have seen a lot of rulings go exactly that way, where it's 6 Republicans voting one way and 3 Democrats voting in another way. So we will see what happens in this case. There is some experts saying that if they vote down the tariffs and say that they're not legal, like the lower courts did, that the tariff money that has come in would have to be reimbursed or refunded back to the American people who have paid them in higher prices. So that is actually another way that this money could come back to the American people, which ironically could end up in a $2,000 check. So that's another way we could see a $2,000 check come, or Trump just actually giving out the $2,000 check per person, or whatever the amount could be. What's interesting here, though, is that as the tariffs keep coming in every single month, we could see this happen more than once. We could see this happen a couple different times. Remember here that President Donald Trump actually sent out stimulus check number 1 and stimulus check number 2. President Biden actually sent out stimulus check number 3 for $1,400 when he came in through the reconciliation process. Okay, that's the process of which Republicans hold right now, where they just passed the big, beautiful bill, and Republicans can actually send out this next stimulus check without any Democrat votes. Okay, they can vote, they can pass it in the House themselves, they can pass it in the Senate themselves with just 51 votes, which the Republicans have, and then Trump can do it. Trump can also do this through executive order because he has done a stimulus check or stimulus-like check here previously where he did an executive order for $300 per week for the tune of 6 weeks or $1,800, which is just almost $2,000. In fact, in some cases, the states pitched in an extra $100 per week or the total of $2,400. And this was for millions and millions of Americans here in his first term. But the point here is that he did this through executive order. Okay, so President Donald Trump actually sent out at least 3 stimulus-like checks, stimulus checks, whatever you want to call them, right? He sent out stimulus check number 1, stimulus check number 2, and then he sent out this executive order stimulus-like check. So he sent out 3 different checks, not even counting other checks like the Paycheck Protection Program and, other things like that, okay? So he can do it through executive order, or they can do it through the reconciliation process in which they will not need any Democrat votes at all, not a single vote, and the Republicans can literally just pass it completely on their own, okay? So basically, if Trump wants this done, he can just get this done on his own, and they don't even have to worry about the other party in any way, shape, or form. That's actually how Biden passed his stimulus check when he first came into office. He did that without any Republican votes through the reconciliation process. And it just seems like stimulus checks are like a popular thing right now because they just seem popular and, people like them. And Trump can actually do this without printing any new money. He could do it with just the rebate, the tariff rebate, the tariff money, and just give it back to the American people. And there's also the DOGE money as well, which he can basically give that money back to the people. So Trump is saying that he could do this without raising any debt, raising the debt of the U.S. population. So share this video on social media and also subscribe down below and click the bell icon if you haven't yet so you get notifications and updates. It's completely free to do so. I'll keep you up to date here on this and everything you need to know about. Click here to see an unexpected Social Security benefits raise change next.